Welcome back, and thank you for joining me again. Or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Chastity, and I'm an intuitive life coach and Reiki master. For today, I am also your train conductor, so welcome aboard the Coaching Express. Whether you are creating new goals or you're in the process of accomplishing some you've already designed, the purpose of the Coaching Express is to help you stay on track. Join me on this journey where each station represents one behavior or mindset that may potentially derail you and keep you from reaching your goal. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this very lighthearted ride to keep you on track. As we leave the main station, take a moment to reflect on where you've been, what you've learned, and how far you've come. Most importantly, think about where you're headed next. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now approaching our first stop, the pity station. It's the place where everyone believes life is happening to them instead of for them. Here, you'll have the chance to really dive into self-pity and hopelessness. Having spent some time in this station myself, I can tell you it's a prime spot for focusing on what's going wrong. If you decide to step off at the pity station, just remember you'll need a ticket to hop back on the Coaching Express. Lucky for you, tickets are free. Just grab a pen, jot down one positive takeaway from a recent setback, and voila, you're back on track. Let's continue on our track as we make our way to our next stop, the victim mentality station. Please note that this station is always under construction. Everyone's waiting for someone else to make the repairs. At this stop, it's common for the lights to go out. There's an energy of powerlessness that lingers here. Your ticket out of victim mentality station? It's all about owning your power. You'll need to take one step, no matter how small, to change your own situation. We are now approaching our next station, the Self-Sabotage Junction, where detours are plenty and progress hits pause. Here, you can choose to wander down Procrastination Point, take a stroll through Self-Doubt Drive, get lost in Avoidance Alley, or take a spin around the Self-Critic's Corner. Your ticket out of Self-Sabotage Junction will be for you to identify your most common self-sabotaging behavior. Then commit to one action that moves you forward. And with that in hand, you'll be back on track in no time. I'll tell you, when I take breaks from staying focused, I tend to spend quite a bit of time at our next stop. In fact, I might have met some of you there before. Welcome to the Overthinking Loop Station. Now, the thing about this station is that it loops around endlessly and ultimately goes nowhere. This is where passengers get stuck in a cycle of overanalysis and perfectionism. This is due to the fact that it loops around endlessly and ultimately goes nowhere. Your ticket out of Overthinking Loop Station? Identify one step you can take and focus on progress, not perfection. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been to all of the stations before, but I'm a bit of a stranger to the next one. I may have stopped by maybe once or twice out of curiosity, but it's just not a regular stop for me. We're now approaching the people-pleasing platform. This is the second most populated station. Here, passengers gather to prioritize others' opinions over their own. You'll need to be extra careful though if you decide to get off at the stop, because the platform has no boundaries. The word no is rarely used, and personal needs and well-being aren't really discussed. To leave the people-pleasing platform, you'll need to identify the non-negotiables in your life and write them on your ticket. Now, let's continue towards the number one most populated stop, the comfort zone station. You'll find that most people are friendly here. They have known each other for years. In fact, they've built their homes nearby to avoid long commutes. Everyone at the station avoids risks. If you want to befriend the locals, just make sure not to bring up any new ideas. And here's the thing. You can only get a ticket out of Comfort Zone Station by challenging the way things are being run. Suggest a change, and you'll find yourself with a ticket to anywhere you want to go. While there are many more stops down this line I could take you to, I'd really much rather change tracks altogether. I'm going to take you to the empowerment track. This is where transformation happens. Every day, thousands of passengers pass through here, discovering a whole new life. They leave their limiting beliefs behind. This is where you'll find the happiest passengers of all ages and from all walks of life. It's where I spend most of my time these days. Even when turbulent weather comes through, we all focus on the fact that it's temporary, and we stay focused on what works for us, one day at a time. Actually, you don't make it to the empowerment track without waiting at the other stations first. Most passengers pass through the other stations more than once. They teach you what doesn't work so you can figure out what does. Every single detour can lead to growth if you let it. So the question is, which station or track will you get off on today? Until next time, may love and light always guide you. Take care.